the okay. Thank you so much for that reminder. So guys, why software engineering? Yeah. And maybe if you want, I'll give you a chance, one or two people to unmute and tell us what is your motivation to start on software engineering. Well, I'll take that you're thinking about it. Well, if you guys have no reason, I think we should close this conversation and chase you guys off this call, and we call it a day, because if you have no reason to be a software engineer, we have no business with you. I think, Dodo, our work here is done. Thank you guys for coming, but we cannot work with you if you have no reason. So we have only one person that are going to be working with. Okay, two people. All right, keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. All right, a little bit of a threat, and the whole hell breaks loose. All right. So we have Shema, who says, Shema Kelly says, it's my passion. I love that. Ruth, can you be, And
my job pretty much is to support you, guide you, and of course, educate you on the best ways.
All right. Dushime, is everything okay? All right. I'll just take that you did not mean that to be our message. Well, Kelly says that it's my passion. Ruth, you say Ruth can only be found in one place. The code. Oh, I think you meant truth. Thank you so much. I don't know what you mean. If you can substantiate on that, we'll be very happy if you can elaborate on that. Celine says that I want to build systems that could solve real life problems in a sustainable, usable, in a sustainable way, and then used to solve tech. Software engineering is the future. Fabrice, you got the trick. Ineza comes again to say, I have a vision that I see technology being used as a tool to spread the gospel. Hallelujah, my brother. Preach on. Hallelujah. Let's win them souls for the Lord. Let's just do that, my friend. Let's do just that. All right. Anatole says it is a critical art that you all need, or that says that because a programmer can get everything for free. Now, that's not a good motivation. Free things are not free. Just remember, there's a cost to everything, and in life, there is no such a thing as a free thing. So, my friend, get it from me that no such a thing is free. Ain't no lunch, ain't no free lunch, my friend. All right. Someone say that truth. Yes, you come back and say truth cannot be found in God. And then Janvier says, my motivation, I want to come up with technology solutions that actually can solve the problem affecting the development of our rural areas. This is a leader in speaking, man. This is a true leader. This is an African son. This is a true African son. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Janvier, for that leadership ability. Yeah. Clement says it pays well. I like, comes around that. I think you're right. I think programmers earn a lot of money, and it's a good thing if you're able to provide a solution and you can actually earn out of it. Lauren says, I like coding because it helps me to think big. It will help me to solve real world problems. And it's my passion as well. I like that. I like that, man. Thank you, Lawrence. Desire says that I'd like to develop web applications, maybe that can help many people and even myself. That's only a fair thing. Thank you so much. Everybody says I like software engineering because it can be used to make life easy by bringing solutions to many problems. Absolutely. Well, Jack, you say, I chose this path because I want to play my part in the earth problem solving by using tech. In addition, it pays well. I think these are great reasons. I mean, absolutely. You can, Ellie, you come back and say, to be a software engineer was my dream, and here my dream is becoming true. Amen to that. And look, and you know what? We are all here to support you achieve your dream. I chose computer engineering because as a student, teacher, You already have something going on. I really want to help my students become programmers. Well done, Aline. You have a good cause. I want to be creative with code. Janvier says again, and then Augusta says, because of nowadays, everything is seems to be carried on technology, so it's better. Yeah. So guys, thank you so much. I see you have many reasons to be software developers, software engineering, and that's why I think now, Dodo, I can confidently confirm that we are in the right place. We have the right people around us, and I think it's only right for us to begin. Well, like I mentioned, thank you so much for being part of this conversation. This is a very fast meeting with all of you guys. We're going to spend a whole month with you guys, working with you, supporting you, making sure that you develop a good trajectory to reaching your path. And I'd like to encourage you to feel free with anyone of us here. We'll be telling more about ourselves. We'd like to know you a little bit more as well as we support you on this journey. Now, some housekeeping rules once again, okay? One, put on your video if you can, okay? Put on your video if you can. The likes of Bruce are leaders, yeah? I like that, Bruce. Thank you so much for putting on your video. We'd like to know you. We'd like to see your face, yeah? Like I have put on my video. I want my camera. I want to see you. I want to know who it is. So we meet on the streets of Kigali or anywhere, I can say, oh, this is Bruce, my brother. This is actually Bruce. Yes, thank you so much, Konsole. Thank you so much for putting on your video. Definitely when we meet on the streets of Kigali, I can say, that's my sister, you know. I think we actually have been working together somewhere. Yeah. So I'd like to encourage every one of you, if you can put on your camera, please do that, because that's it adds value on how we communicate, and I will be able to, see what the feel is. So that's one. Two, please unmute, smash the unmute button, as the YouTubers like to say. Smash the unmute button. Mute button. That's what it is. And make sure that there's no background noise coming in. And then we will get ready. Again, if you have any questions, comment your chat. The chat is your place. So now, until we open it up for you to ask questions, you can actually use this, you can raise your hand and, ask or anything, and then react so that we can actually see you and ask you to maybe voice your question, or even ask you to write in the chat, depending on the time that we have. Well, that said, my friends, it's important that you have an idea of what is in stock for you. All right. I'm going to invite to you a gentleman. Man, this guy, you are very lucky people. Yeah. Because I have known Dodo for almost 2 years. This guy is a passionate software developer, but most importantly, he's passionate about seeing people develop. I've worked with him for about 2 years and plus. His passion is unquenchable, man. He's available. He will go an extra mile for you. If you want to learn, and Dodo is around, you are actually in for a good treat. So today, we are again lucky to have him tell us a little bit more what we can expect going forward. So guys, if you can drop everything and put on your cameras and unmute yourself, mute yourself, because we don't have all the time to make the noise and welcome him. Just mute yourself, put on your cameras, and in your heart, clap for Dodo as he takes on the virtual stage. Dodo, over to you.
Oh la la, Joshua. So this is basically after you talk, there's nothing else to add. So very lucky to be introduced by such a great speaker. So okay, let me. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So first of all, I'd like to thank everyone who was able to get to the call. Thank all the people that I'm seeing in the chat. My friends, Salvi, Lenny, Elitier, and new faces, that we're going to be working very close with for the next 4 weeks. It's my great pleasure to tell you guys what we're going to be doing in the next 4 weeks. Okay, so basically, the 4 weeks are starting today, and It's going to be exciting and somewhat challenging. As Joshua was saying, there's no free lunch. So there's nothing, which is worth having that comes for free. So that means that you're going to have to work to get anything valuable, which is going to help you in the long term, and as well as in the short term, if you don't put in the work. So I'm just going to be going over these slides and tell you guys what to expect for the 4 weeks and how to use the tools available to us to be able to come out of the 4 weeks victorious. Okay, so basically this is just a crash course. This is not the same thing as the other Andela program that you knew. This is just an opportunity for everyone in Rwanda to be able to learn and be able to have a strong foundation of web development. So it's basically to give you the basic introductions, and we'll see what that entails later. But this is basically what you need to be able to understand, and this is why it's also perfect for you, even if you are a beginner. Right. As Joshua said, if you're not speaking, please unmute yourself so that everyone can hear. And I'll be giving you guys the opportunity to ask questions. Just unmute and ask a question, but when it's time. So for now, let's all mute ourselves. Right. So basically, what we're going to be doing is going over a few technologies that we can be using to build web applications and web pages. So there are different types, and we're just going to be giving you the basics, which are going to be allowing you to be able to build anything that you want to build. That's HTML, CSS, and a little bit of JavaScript, just to get you going. So yeah, basically, what we'll be doing is, we'll be having technical workshops. We'll be having, different meetings. We'll be having, conversations in different ways, which are going to be exploring. Let me see if this code is open. We're going to be having different conversations on an application. We're not going to be using WhatsApp. We're not going to be using Slack. If you knew, like some of the communication tools, we're going to be using an application called Discord. And I want to see, let me see in the chat. Can you tell us if you are not on Discord already, because you'll be missing out on a lot that is going on already. If you're on Discord and you're not on Discord, please type that in the chat. And my friend Thierry or myself, I'll be giving you a link in the chat. Let me see someone who's on the call and who's not on an app called Discord. This one right here. In the chat, please, if you're not on Discord and you're on Discord. Okay, Hassan Anur, you're not on Discord, I presume. Segolen Evans, ooh la la. Okay, let's have everyone who's on the call who's not on Discord, get in the chat. I want to know who's missing out already. All right, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. All right. Let me get you guys a link. All right. Cool. So before I start, please open this link and register. It's just signing up, and if you are on your laptop, you can download. If you're on Mac or Windows, you can download, or Linux, you can download the companion app, and it's going to be allowing you to join a server called Randa Programmers, which is what we're going to be using for the next 4 weeks. All right, so, all right. Yeah, okay. Let me stop sharing this screen and open Discord for you guys and show you how we're going to be communicating, because we will not always be on Zoom like this, and it's not scalable in a way. We cannot have enough interactions if it's just Zoom. So this is why we have this application called Discord, and let's see.
You have been credited 120,000 Ugandan francs.
All right. Cool. Okay. Yeah. So basically, after you open Discord, this is what you're going to see. There's this channel or server called Randa Programmers. This is where we're going to be hanging out. It's just like a chat application like WhatsApp or Slack if you've used it. Yeah, and I would like everyone to join. Anyone who's missing out should be joining. And I'm just going to assume that you've joined or you're going to join very shortly. So this is what you're going to see when you open Discord. And this is where we're going to be hanging out. And it's just a chat application. And I want to, let me see. I want to have, okay, let me first show you around and show you how to use it. And then I'll have everyone who's joining to say hi in the introductions channel. Okay, so first of all, if you open it, you see, it will log you into maybe general or welcome or on the information channel, but it will depend. It will depend on how you, I don't know, it might be either of the two, on the rules, in information or general or welcome, either of the three. So once it logs you in, you're going to be seeing this is the chat box. This bot is going to be welcoming you. And then on the right side, you see people who are online. You can see that we have 117 people who are online right now. And we have, we have 355 people who are not online. Please mute your mic if you're not speaking. No, if you're not me, mute your mic so that we can get the best out of this conversation. All right, so we have people online up top. We have people who are offline down here. And this is the chat area. This is where you see all the messages. Let me go to the most recent ones. All right, so I can see that people are joining even right now. We have Jean-Salvi, for example, he's on this call and he just joined. And Kevin, so these people who are joining right now. We have Sustain, people are joining. This is in welcome, this is where you see people who are joining, at that moment. And this is the chat area. And you'll see this in every channel. So here on the left, we have what we call channels. And channels is going to be basically the heart of everything. As you have, let's call them WhatsApp groups, for example. If, I'm hoping that everyone is familiar with WhatsApp. So these are like WhatsApp groups in a way. And some channels are general, they have everyone in them. Some channels don't, right? But these are like, different areas with different purposes. So these channels, you can have maybe people, let's say if you want to, maybe you form a team and you're going to work on a particular project, you can create a text channel so that you can be able to text each other while others are not seeing. But because we are all in this together, we're going to be having everyone on almost all of these channels except maybe, let's say, for example, people are going to be helping you if they want to plan out how they're going to be helping you in that week. They want to, maybe talk about the skills they're going to share with you. They can also create a channel so that they can be able to talk about that. And those are going to be private channels, right? So this is basically how it's going to go. General, we have like general conversations. We have, anything and everything relating, that might interest anyone on the server, is going to be in general. Because, okay, so introductions, this is where we're going to be saying hi. And if it's your first time to be on Discord, please send a message in introduction. Find a channel called introductions and say hi. Say your name, say hi, and just let everyone know that you are, in. Okay, so just like Joshua just did right now. Yeah. All right. Awesome. Let me also text in there. So let me see.
My name is Simon Bruce. Yeah, hi.
My keyboard is not cooperating with me right now. Sorry guys, my keyboard is stuck. I think it has an issue. So basically, okay, now it's working. Now it's not. Okay, let's just keep moving. So this is where you say your introductions. This is where you say hi when you join the party, and later on, if there are job opportunities, this is where they are posted. After you finish and you have some knowledge and some skills, to be able to use or get a job. This is where all the job postings go, and we've already seen welcome in announcements. This is where we post all the announcements. It's mostly going to be me, maybe giving you, let's say a form or some assignments, for example, things to work on. Let me see. Can you guys please mute your mics? I can hear an echo of myself speaking and it's disturbing. All right, cool. So this is where all the announcements go. It's mostly going to be me, Joshua, and some other coordinators at Andela. It's just announcements. And then this is where we have some nerd fun, and we post memes, different things. Let me see if they're going to load. This is just for, for the jiggles. If you have something funny, if you have something that you think programmers would relate to, this is where you post it. All right. Yeah. So please go ahead and open this, and just if your day is maybe not going well, go in there and I think I'm promising you that you'll be able to laugh. And if you have something funny, make others laugh as well. So random memes. And these are, for example, channels for people who are going to be helping you. This is one. And you might not be on this, and that's okay. Which is awesome, because this way we're able to maybe like have a conversation which others are not able to see, so that we can give you the best support, for example. And for the crash course for these 4 weeks, we're mostly going to be in this area, and it's labeled crash course. So let me fold this. So in crash course, you're going to be getting a place where we have different topics. If you have if you need some help, for example, writing CSS. If you have issues, if you have a blocker, if you need some resources about CSS, this is where you bring the conversation. And if it's about HTML, this is where it goes. If it's about JavaScript, this is where it goes. And if it's about tools here, I'm talking about, for example, the code editor that you'll be using. Let's say Git, for example. If you have like some challenges with Git, this is where you post your requests and tools. And any other tool that you might be using, if anything that might be going on which is not HTML, CSS, or JavaScript, this is where it goes. And for standards, this is where we post updates. Okay, so this is where you post updates and let others know what you're working on, and let others know what's happening that day. For example, this is a very good thing that we'll be exploring over the 4 weeks, which is keeping people up to speed. And these are called stand-ups. It's just short for a stand-up meeting. It's supposed to be a meeting where everyone is standing up, and the reason is because people are supposed to be giving their updates very fast, so that people can go and sit on their desks, and they're called stand-up meetings. But since we are just virtually communicating, we can't stand up. We just have to do it, right? So yeah, this is where that happens. And assignments, this is if we have something that we want you to work on, this is where we post it in the crash course. This is related to the crash course. Anything relating to the crash course is going to be here. These are just like general channels that we use in other days when there's no crash course, for example. But these are assignments for the crash course. And it will mostly be me and other managers, like who do we have here? Let me see. We have for example, my good friend Mike Angwandia, my good friend Brian, and so many others. Or Dennis, this guy right here, or Samuel, giving you different assignments and seeking feedback. This is, once you have worked on something and you need some feedback from us or your fellow learners, it's going to be a place where you maybe post a link and people look at what you did and give you feedback. It might be feedback about the code, it might be feedback about the implementation, it might be feedback about design, it might be feedback about maybe the tools. How are you managing your project, for example? How are you using different tools to be able to reach a particular goal? So if you need some feedback, this is where you come. And these are all about the text channels. These are text channels for the crash course. And some other channels, text channels, we're going to have HTML and CSS. This is where we talk about, okay, so this is where you seek help for different topics. And this is where, we have conversations about, topics in HTML and CSS and JavaScript. This may be anything. This may be, for example, if you have some tips and tricks, this is where you put them. If you want to maybe talk about your experience or just bring up a conversation about HTML and CSS, this is where you bring it. Same as JavaScript. And in this one, this is where you share resources. There's no conversation that should go on in this. It's just resources that we're going to be sharing in here. If you have, for example, if you have a workshop about design, for example, we can share maybe this link so that people can learn about user experience, and how to make it better. This is where we share the resources. And we always try to share free resources. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So for the tech challenges, these I don't think we're going to be using this a lot. And we're not running Java, so we're not going to be using some of these channels very much. So for us, we're going to be focusing on these crash course channels and a few in here like resources, JavaScript, HTML, and CSS, because in the next 3 weeks, that's what we'll be about. We'll be about HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and everything that surrounds that ecosystem, which is UI, UX design, the tools that we use to manage the projects. For example, Trello. How many of you guys have heard of Trello? You can use, you can just raise a hand if you've heard of Trello. In reaction, you can just raise a hand. Yeah, I can see Celine, I can see Emir. Raise your hand if you've heard of or used Trello before. All right, Hassan as well. Brice, can you stop annotating on my screen, please? You're just drawing this line and this one, and it's not good. All right, I can see Brown, I can see different people have heard of Trello. Yeah, so you can use Trello is one of the tools that we can be using to manage our project. All right. Okay. So we can use Trello to manage our project and track our progress over over time, basically. So yeah, and okay. So I think that's basically it. Down here we'll be having some voice channels, and the voice channels just almost like Zoom. For example, let me show you. So if you click on voice channels and you open your mic like this, it's going to be people who are in the channel are going to be able to hear you. Let me show you how that works. So we have people here, for example, who have joined general. Let me mute. Okay, let's say people are on Discord right now. Go in the general channel, and I'm going to mute myself on Zoom and talk on Discord, and people in here will be able to hear me. But please mute yourself, please. Kevin, okay. All right, let me do that. Right, and if we're still together on Zoom, Right. Cool. So people who are not on Discord just missed out on what we were talking about. But all I was saying is that the only thing that you need to do, please mute yourself. Yeah, so the only thing that you need to do to join a text channel or a voice channel is just to click on the name of the channel and you'll be going in. If it's a text channel, you see the text. If it's a voice channel, you're going to need people. You're going to need people who are in the channel to be able to communicate. Or if you want to invite someone for a text chat, you can just do it. Just send them, tell them which channel to join, and they'll be joining that on Discord. So I think that's it. That's it about Discord. And I'm just going to stop sharing this and go back to the slides real quick.
I see, Dodo, I see some people have questions. Clement, Goga,
Yes.
and Prince. Okay. Clement, do you want to go first?
Yeah, so Josh, this is, we're going to take some questions about Discord and what we talked about. What
That was I needed information.
All right. Okay, so people, let me see if I can pull your questions right now. And
yeah. Guys, if you have any questions, now is a good time to voice them. Whatever you don't understand. Clement, your hand is up. If you're still having a question, Mangoga.
Yeah, Clement Goga, you can go ahead and ask. Clement or Jack? Clement, you can go first. All right, Jack, if you're ready. All right, if you can't unmute, or Joseph, Joseph, if you have a question, you have your hand raised. Please unmute yourself and ask the question. All right. Okay. People don't want to unmute. Maybe they understood everything, but we have someone in the chat who's saying he joined late. Yeah, we have like a few people joined late, like 10 people. So I'm going to just go over it again very quickly.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Joseph.
Yeah, the host to grant us like to be unmuted. So I had a question that goes, will this be self-paced? Will this be self-paced, or will they require a certain schedule? Like.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we're going to be looking at that after. Okay, let me answer you. It's not going to be self-paced. We're going to pace you. So we're going to give you a pace, and we have, you have prepared, projects that you're going to be working on, just to practice the skills that you're supposed to be learning over the 4 weeks. It's going to be intense, and you're going to have to work to be able to keep up, on the pace, right? So we are here to help you and support you, but it's not going to be self-paced, because self-paced, you can spend six months still learning a few things. So because we only have 4 weeks, we're going to give you things to work on, skills to learn over the course of the 4 weeks. All right, and we're going to explore those later on. Okay. All right. Anyone else who has a question? Before, because I repeat for Shema. Shema, I repeat what I said about Discord. And Discord is just a channel that we're going to be using to, can we please mute ourselves if you're not speaking or asking a question? So this is, Discord is the communication tool that we're going to be using over the course of the next 4 weeks. And that's where all the communication is going to be. If you need some help, if you need, to share resources with others, if you need to answer someone's question, if you need to ask a question yourself, you're going to be using Discord to do that. And I'm going to go over it again, but I need to hear people as well. If it's not about, repeating, just a little bit, go over what I said about Discord a bit. You can ask the question right now. Yes, this recording will be shared on Discord as well. Yes, that's Jack. And who else? Yeah, Fabrice. Yes, I was muted on Zoom and talking on Discord because there would be an echo. Me talking on Discord and Zoom would not work. So I encourage you. That means you're not on Discord. Thierry, can you share the link to Discord again? You need to join Discord. Okay, that's what it means. Okay, so yes, Clemence, yes, you need to download Discord so that you can be able to keep up with the conversations. And we highly encourage you not to just download it on your phone. Yes, it has mobile apps, but what we need for you to do is to download it on your laptop, the laptop that you're going to be using, because we're going to maybe be sharing links. It's easier when it's on your laptop and you just click a link and it opens a browser. Yeah, thanks, Thierry. Fabrice and anyone else who's not on Discord or who did not get a chance to get the link, Thierry just posted the link again in the chat. Use it to join Discord and join the conversation. Is there a question that I didn't see? All right, Emmanuel, we're having, this is the first break. I'm going to, the next part, we're going to give Joe, I'm going to repeat a bit about Discord, and then I'm going to be giving it to Joshua to talk about something else. Then I'll come back again after that. So, so if you need any support setting up Discord, please talk to Thierry. He's hanging out on kigali.apply@andela.com, and he'll be able to help you. And he's also on Discord. So feel free. No, you won't be on Discord. You already be on Discord. So if you need help setting up Discord, talk to Thierry on kigali.apply@andela.com. Yeah, so that you can get on Discord. So the equipment you need is just a laptop and the willingness to learn, just that, and internet. Yeah, so you need to all right, that's other unneeded information. Okay, so so you need a laptop. Okay, it can even be a desktop, really. You need a computer, and you need internet, and you need your brain. That's basically it, and the willingness to learn. Okay, what will happen if you miss 2 or 3 sessions per week? So we encourage you to attend all the sessions. What's going to happen if you miss 2 or 3 sessions a week? And there's basically 2 or 3 sessions a week. Okay, almost 3 sessions a week. So you'll be missing out. So try not to miss those 2 or 3 sessions a week, because this is, we're not going to have calls every day, but you're going to need to be able to talk to someone who's supporting you, ask for feedback, seek feedback, and things like that. So you need to stay on top of your game, because there's so many of us. There's almost like 600 of us, and the team that is supporting is only like 40 people who are supporting. So you need to stay on top of your game, seek feedback, and be proactive, basically, and put in the work. Let me see. So we'll be sharing the calendar. And Thierry, have you shared the calendar with them? We'll be sharing the calendar of activities over the course, or I can even go over it in the next phase, in the last 30 minutes of the course. We'll be sharing also the calendar so that everyone can know what to expect, at what time, like on which day. So we'll be doing that. Thank you. Who asked? Sorry, I just lost track. Clemence. Yeah. Patrick. Patrick says, okay, some of us have part-time job. What does that mean? Seems to be hard to attend all the sessions. This is not like a general case. So on that case, I would say talk to your manager, talk to someone, talk to anyone who's a manager or TTL. They'll be able to help and maybe work out a plan on how you're going to be supported in that case. But basically what you need to do is just to communicate. Communication is key. That's what they always say, but I also believe that communication is the key. Let me see. Okay, so what is there after the 4 weeks? After the 4 weeks, there's so many opportunities, and one of the opportunities is that, first of all, you have the skills and you can do whatever you want with the skills. Don't hack NASA with HTML, but it's going to be hard for you to do that. But you're going to be able to do so many more things at the end of the 4 weeks. You can also apply. You'll be in a better position to be able to join the 9-month program at Andela. There's so much. There's so much you can do after the 4 weeks. So it's going to be up to you to choose what you do with the skills that you got. Let me see. How many MPs? It depends on the resources. That if you're going to be watching a whole YouTube series on HTML, for example, and CSS, you might need different, a different amount of megabytes per week than, compared to someone who is maybe going to be only using text resources, right? And it depends on you, really, and your consumption. I can't be able to tell. Okay, so we have a few more questions. Let me see. Okay, so we'll be using Discord to give you guys all the information that you need, over the 4 weeks, and it's going to be mainly on Discord. The sessions, or what we call the sessions, are just the technical workshops, and we also have one professional skills workshop, coming up on Wednesday. We are Monday. So on Wednesday you have your workshop, about professional skills. Other sessions or other workshops, they're all going to be technical. And you can expect, okay, we'll be sharing the calendar of activities and they'll be about different topics. And they're not going to be happening, multiple times a day, only multiple times a week, a few times a week. Yeah. And let me see. Certificates after completing. Clemence, it's just 4 weeks. We're going to be giving you the basics, and I don't think a certificate after 4 weeks would do much. Josh, do you want to take this one? Maybe like talk about it.
Yeah, for sure. So this is just the beginning. Maybe the people that will continue through the program will be getting certificates, but this is just a beginner, crash course for you guys to gather the basics and move on. So we at Andela, as our policy, we do not have a policy that where we give a certificate for a very short course like this one. But those of you that will be able to continue through the 9-month program, will definitely give you a certificate and a recommendation if you need it for your employment purposes. Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you, Josh. So Clemence is also saying it's better if you have a WhatsApp group for communication. I would say join Discord, get familiar with it, and it's just going to be better than a WhatsApp group in terms of learning, because we have different tools inside of Discord that are going to allow us to maybe share a piece of code, or be able to talk, as you saw, video and voice and text, and that's the setup that we have. It's not going to be WhatsApp, I promise you. But let's bring the conversation to Discord and try it out, and let's give it a chance. Okay, so for now, I'm going to be stopping reading the questions and give Joshua just a few minutes to talk about professional skills, and I'll come back after and tell you guys more, which I think is going to be answering some of the questions that are in the chat right now. But I'm going to give Joshua a few minutes to talk about professional skills and why we need that. And after that, he'll pass the ball back to me, and I'll tell you guys more about how we're going to be doing things on the daily basis and share the calendar of activities with you guys. Back to you, Josh. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dodo, for that. Guys, there's a saying that soft skills help you to get a job and maintain it. Or let me reverse in this way, that hard skills, which are the technical skills, these skills that we have that are handy, they help you get an interview, okay? They help you get an interview because you put them on your CV. But your soft skills win you an interview and keep you in the job. So that means that the soft skills, the ability to have soft skills, will play a big part in whether you will be successful as a professional, I beg your pardon. So I want to ask you guys, has any one of you ever heard of the word soft skills or professional skills? Anyone? By show of hands, you can type in the chat, you can raise your hand, and just tell us, what do you think the soft skills are? I can see my brother Bertrand. Do you want to tell us what soft skills are, in your opinion, or you just heard about them? Bertrand, you're muted if you're saying anything. Okay. Kevin says no, explain please.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was having problem muting. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Are you getting me?
Perfectly clear,
okay,
yes.
So I think at my knowledge, soft skills are the habits the characteristics that someone has. I mean, hard work, determination, things like that. And the hard skills are basically these that we learn at school or in many other ways that enable us to do the work, the real job. That's what I think.
Thank you so much, Bertrand. You are not far from the truth. I can see Emmanuel's hand is up. Emmanuel? Do you want to tell us, Emmanuel, what soft skills are? You can unmute and tell us. Yes. Unmute, please.
Yes, thank you. Soft skills are, as they're saying, different from the hard skills from the fact that soft skills will be like communication. It's about your behavior, how you live with other people, your behavior, your timeliness, as he's saying, hard work, your diligence. So different from just knowing math or knowing the coding. So like how you live with other people, basically, that's what I would summarize as soft skills.
Excellent. You are spot on, my brother. Let's hear from Mudachumuras. My Kinyarwanda is wanting. Mudachumura, please go on. Unmute and tell us. Thank you so much, Emma and Bertrand.
Guys, before Mudachumura goes, I just want to mention a quick thing right now. Someone was asking about the MBs that we're going to be using per week, but I can see people are still in the voice channels. And remember, as you are in the voice channel, it's like when you're on Zoom, so it's taking some of your internet, right, to be able to be on the voice channel. So if you're not speaking, if you don't have any business with a voice channel, leave the voice channel. Right? Okay, so I hope the message is sent.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
My opinion.
Oh, I can't hear you, man. I cannot hear you, my brother.
DGI.
Oh my word.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. In my opinion, I think that soft skills are non-technical skills that relate to how you work. They include how you interact with them and how you solve problems and how you manage your work. So that's my opinion.
Well, I think all of you guys are just on top of the money. You guys had it. All you've suggested is actually what soft skills are. And that's what we're going to be working on. So we will be working together on the soft skills. And let's understand a bit. Let me just share my screen. Just have one slide that I want to share with you guys. And then we try to discuss more what is going to entail. Putting presentation mode. So in this, during the course of the next 4 weeks, we will have an opportunity to have at least once a week conversations around the professional skills that we need, again, in an introductory mode, because when there's a lot we can talk about. There's a lot of things to talk about each of the soft skills that we can have. But at the end of the day, you need a professional to differentiate yourself from the rest by developing that. So as you know, every successful journey of a professional, especially now a software engineer, requires more than just the mastery of your technical areas, your coding, your ability to build stuff, okay, or work individually and do stuff. It's more than that. You need a couple of vital other personal skills or professional skills or soft skills that you need to be able to organize yourself. You did mention, someone already mentioned the level of professionalism, your ability to integrate in a team. By professionalism, I also mean generally how you work with the rest with the levels of respect with each other, your ability to communicate well with your team, making sure that your communication is clear. We'll talk more about emotional intelligence with time. If time allows us, we have a conversation around emotional intelligence, which is simply understanding your own emotions and the emotions of those around you and your environment, understanding how you manage conflict. Conflict is inevitable. It is a necessary evil. As long as you're working with people, you're going to have disagreements. But how do you take advantage of that and make sure that you actually get to where you want? And I just want to ask to discuss just one or two people. Why is it important? Okay, why is it important for us to develop our soft skills? I'm just going to stop here, and maybe we may have had the answer through the gentleman that shared, but I want to hear from ladies as well. Why do you think it's important to develop your soft skills as a professional, especially as a, as a software engineer, right? You can write code. I usually, most of you guys, if not all of you, understand Kinyarwanda. And when I was still at engineering school, the guys would say, but meaning that all you need is just to write a few lines of code and they run. But we know that there is more to writing lines of code when it gets to the real work environment. So I want to hear from you guys. Why is it important for us to spend time working and sharpening our soft skills? Anyone of you guys can go. Guys, I want to hear from you. Yvette, let's begin with you. You're the only lady I can see on my screen. Yvette, are you able to hear me? You can unmute and respond. Yvette, are you there? Yvette, please unmute. Okay, I don't know. Aline, are you able to hear me? We only had a gentleman speak. I want to hear from a lady as well. It's only a fair world.
Hello?
Yes, please.
In my own understanding, I think that the soft skills, it helps us to make a connection, to discover a job opportunity, and to improve our networking. And it will help us to increase how to deal with our challenges in our day-to-day activities.
Absolutely. Absolutely true. It is your back pocket skill that you use to be able to solve problems. Console, how about yourself? Why do we need soft skills? Why do we need professional skills? Console, are you there?
May I help out?
Please go on.
Okay. For me? Hello?
Yes, please. I can hear you.
For me, important to know soft skills. It's just to improving our skills, and also it will help us to improve our, nowadays we are in technology, then it will help us to continue in that way in technology to develop the new things which will help us in our daily life.
All right, that's fair to say. I want to hear from one more gentleman, and then we can answer any questions and give it out to Dodo. Why do we need soft skills? Yes, Ineza, go ahead.
Yeah, I think like when it comes to solving problems, we are solving problems for the society, not the PC, not the machine. So I think the person will go to thinking computational while have already met the society. So meeting the society effectively, it requires soft skills. So that's the thing. And another thing is that soft skills makes you stay like live longer in the company or in the working area, because like technical skills can move you there, but soft skills make you like stay there, stay in the company. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well done, man. Well done. Well said. Definitely true. Yes, yes, yes. Augustin, and then we will just call it a portion of the session. And I'll read a few comments. Please feel free to share your thinking in the chat, and then I'll read them before I can hand over to Dodo. Yeah, Augustin, please go ahead. I see your hand is up.
Yes, thank you. Me also, I would like to add something about soft skills. According to me, I think soft skills is not to do a practice, but it is the skills that needed in the 21st century. In the 21st century, simply it is the skills we need in our days to be competent over the world.
Yeah, yeah. You are spot on, my brother. These are skills that we need, especially in the 21st century workforce environment, to be able to be competitive, to be able to connect with other people, to be able to stand out, communicate what you have done, and then be able to advance. So I'm going to read a few comments, and then we'll just hand it over. So Shuti Agape says that soft skills include communication, problem solving, leadership, teamwork, and many, 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 many more. Thank you so much, Shuti. Francisca says that I think soft skills are important as a software engineer because you need to interact with your environment, like your analysts, your users, and stakeholders. Absolutely. And then Clemence says that we need it being soft skills for interacting with other people. Yes, by being creative with code, continuous learning, you get continuous learning opportunities. Then Winnie says that we need soft skills for being up to date and to get smartness in our coding. Yes. Celine says that we need soft skills to be able to strive at our workplace by collaborating and communicating with colleagues, because you are not working alone. You can never overstate that, because you are not working alone. You work as a team, and you need to have good communication and expression skills. Thank you so much. Someone who's saying user says that it helps us live in our work effectively. Your ideas, soft skills are a specific subset of computer skills. No, I don't think so. That's definitely not true. It's not a subset of computer skills. It actually is a complementary component. Then Bruce says that the soft skills will help us become good web developers. I agree. Soft skills is a big key to achieving your career goals. I think it helps us become professional in our different careers. Yes, and many more other ideas at the back of your mind. You guys, we have had a great start to understanding our soft skills, and during the course of the week, we will have one more meeting with you guys to now talk more in depth in terms of what soft skills are. So thank you so much. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat. And for now, I'm going to hand it over back to you, Dodo.
All right. Thank you so much, Josh, for that. We're going to be talking about the next portion. But as I was thinking about the conversation you had a few minutes ago, I realized that I didn't tell you my name. I don't know if that's true, but my name is Dodo. Everyone calls me Dodo, but that's kind of like a short name. My real name is Diedone Mukonzi, and I'm also paid to be your mentor in a way. Yeah. So let's get to it. Okay. So Kevin, please mute your microphone. Kevin? All right. Okay, so anyone who's speaking, please mute your mic so that we can all benefit from this. All right, so you can be asking yourself, how are we going to be handling the everyday, the everyday of the next 4 weeks? What are the activities during the day? In the application, we asked you guys if you are able to, put in, a certain amount of hours. We said 5 to 6, if I can remember well. But what are we going to be using those hours for? So first of all, using Discord and other tools like Google Calendar to stay organized every day, and Zoom maybe to have a quick call. We're going to be in the morning. We're going to be doing daily stand-ups. Daily stand-ups, as I told you, is just meetings for updates. So if you have, for example, if you're working on HTML and you have maybe a project to work on, you're going to be given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things to do, and in the morning you're going to be updating people on the team. So we're just one huge big team. Well, you're going to be telling people what you worked on the previous day, what you're going to be working on that day, and tell them if you have any blockers. And especially blockers, you're going to be telling people who are going to be able to help you as well. Let me see who's speaking. Safari, David, please mute your mic. All right, so sorry for that. Yeah, so you're going to be telling people your updates, what you're working on, what you worked on the previous day, and what you're going, and if you have any blockers, and see if people can help you. So this will be very, very, very beneficial. This is the core, the support that we're going to be giving you. So if you don't give your updates, if you don't seek, if you don't follow up on the blockers that you have, it's going to be a problem. So what we're going to be doing is giving the stand-ups, the updates, and then after the updates, you're going to be we're going to have let me see. We're going to have people who are available to help us at all times during the day. Okay, and these people are going to be helping you on the blockers that you have. When you give your updates. Okay, so this is very key. And I'm going to be opening Discord in a few minutes and show you how we're going to be doing that. But that's number one, daily stand-ups, right? And then the next thing is the technical sessions. These technical sessions, they're just workshops that are going to be key to the whole curriculum. So for the 4 weeks, we're going to be learning HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, but we're going to be dividing these skills into different sessions, different workshops. And starting tomorrow, for example, we're going to have an introduction to web development in HTML and CSS. And on Wednesday, we have professional skills. On Thursday, we have another HTML and CSS deep dive. We're going to be learning about, how do we lay out, how do we create a layout on our web page. Friday is a holiday. On Monday, we have, something else, and maybe Thursday and Wednesday next week. And, going on like that, during the week. And we're going to have enough time to practice all these skills. But the thing that is going to be helping you is to attend these 2 hours workshops. These 2 hour workshops are going to be helping us to understand the skills and see someone applying those skills to build something very small. And you're going to also have projects that are going to be helping us to navigate these skills and apply the skills to build the project. So they're called challenges.
Dodo.
Yes.
Dodo, sorry to interject. I see someone asking on my private chat and is asking, what are these technical terms you're using, blockers, you know, things like that. You want to explain more what these are?
But yeah, can they maybe like type the ones that they don't understand? A blocker is just some difficulty, something that's blocking you from continuing. If you're, for example, building a web page,
a challenge.
Yeah, it's just a challenge, basically. Yeah.
Well, that's all they posted, but I would like to encourage them to post more if they get any questions.
Exactly. As they always say, I don't know who, but they always say communication is key. But let's do that. If you don't understand something that I'm saying, okay, Joshua says communication is key. So let's communicate and be able to understand each other. All right, Josh, you can keep monitoring the chat, and if and you can stop me anytime. All right. Yeah. So basically, yeah, over the course of 4 weeks, we have up to 4 challenges and 1 capstone project that we're going to be working on. It's going to be challenging, but it's going to be exciting. This is why we're here. We're here because programming is exciting to us, and the core of programming is not just writing code; it's solving a problem. So if you have a UI that you need to develop, and everything has its own challenges. It has like things that we need to solve. We need to be able to give a user a good experience. Someone who's going to be opening a page, a web page, they're going to need to feel welcome. How do they feel welcome when they open a page? Right. All these are the questions. All these are the problems that we're going to be trying to solve with code. Okay. And these are exciting times because okay, that's not good. Okay, so please, if you're not speaking, mute your microphone and we'll have a good time. All right. If you don't, we'll not have a good time, which will be sad. Okay, so yeah. The sessions will prepare you to work on the challenges. The challenges will help you practice the skills that you learn in the sessions, right? This is how I can put it simply. And Regis, please, Regis, Clapton, please mute your microphones. All right. Clapton, please mute your mic. All right. Cool. Okay, so when you're stuck, okay, when you have a blocker, okay, when you can't move forward because something technical you don't understand or you're not able to figure out, how do you get help? Okay, first of all, you need to be on a path to do something, because you can just get help. You can just say, oh, I can center this image, okay, just like that, and say, and ask people that, how do I center this image, right? There's no context in that. There's nothing that shows that you took initiative to work on it. It just feels lazy. Okay, so if you need help, you'll need to do some research, okay, on the topic that you're asking the help about, and then try the solutions, okay, that are suggested. If you can't figure out why a solution is working, then you can ask in these channels that we have help JavaScript, we have help CSS, help HTML, help tools. This is where you ask your question, but you need to give context. What am I trying to do? Why why do I think that there's a problem, right? Like, what am I expecting? What am I getting? For example, if I'm expecting an image to be rounded, for example, okay, I'm writing some CSS, right, and it's not being round, and I've tried to do something. I've tried to write some code that I'm thinking that is supposed to make it round, but it's not getting rounded. Then that's when you are able to ask a question. You have an image, it's not getting round, you know what's not happening that you were expecting to happen with the code that you wrote, and you have the code that you wrote, and you need to understand maybe why this is not working. Okay, so this is where when you can ask a question. You know, you've tried different solutions, they're not working. You have some context about what you're asking about. You've done some research, then you ask a question. Okay, you get help, right? Instead of just saying, "Oh, how do I, make, this image a circle?" Right? It doesn't. If you maybe want to make like a profile, you see like on Twitter or Instagram, a profile is round, and the picture that you take is, a rectangle or a square. So how do you make it round? So yeah, that's a one good example, and you'll be learning more as you practice asking for help. All right, and yeah. Okay, let me see. Okay, so after the 4 weeks, we expect you to be able to explain to someone, different fundamentals, fundamental things about web development. For example, how the internet works. Okay, if you open Chrome and you type google.com, what happens? What's going on under the hood. Okay, you might not know by now, but this is something that you're going to be able to explain in your sleep, right? As you meet people in your dreams, you're going to be able to explain to them, okay, I learned this in the crash course. I know how the internet works. It starts here, it goes here, and then, this is, where all the images and the beautiful styles come from, okay? And then you're going to be able to create, HTML pages and, link them, let's take an example. You're going to be able to create a page, for example, a landing page for your product. For example, you're selling these bottles, and you're going to be able to create a landing page and then a contact form. That's an example. So 2 pages, and you're going to be able to link them. And you're also going to have, soft skills or professional skills that are going to complement your technical skills, so that you're even able to sell, your skills. Okay, I was going to say sell yourself, but the projects that you're going to be working on, the skills that you're going to be learning are very valuable. That's why it's not everyone that can do it. So it's going to be valuable to have the skills, the technical skills, but it's going to be more valuable to be able to explain how your skills are going to give someone value, so that they can give you something back. That's very important. And we're going to learn how to create an actual page. They're going to learn the technology, which is called HTML, especially specifically HTML5. We're going to learn, how to create a structure of a web page using HTML. We're going to be able to learn how to style it with CSS. We're going to learn how to make it responsive. If it's if it's on a laptop, if it's on a phone, how do we make it look good on maybe a phone, a laptop, or even a large screen? That's called responsiveness. Okay. Basically, if you open a link and it's not opening well on your phone, you're going to say, these people are not serious, things like that. Yes, it's true. It's because most of the web browsing is nowadays is happening on the phones. This is why we need to be taking care of the responsiveness, basically. So we're going to be to have some projects under your belt, right? So these are going to be challenges that we're going to be working on. They're going to be very practical challenges. These are going to be different pages, different purposes, with different styles, using different skills, to create them. Okay. So you're going to be learning how to communicate well by interacting with other people, and it also ties in, yes, you're able to sell, some work to others, but you're also able to, play well in a team. So these are the, what you can expect at the end of the 4 weeks. And there's so much that we can, talk about right now, but, it's up to you to explore and the opportunity and be able to learn, as much as you can in the next 4 weeks. Basically, that's what I can say. Yeah, so before I go to Discord and show you, and also show you the calendar of activities, I only have like 10 minutes left. So I'm going to talk about the code of conduct. So first of all, if we have a meeting or if you have a workshop, get to the call 5 minutes early. I'm starting with the second one because it's very important. We don't want to wait for people on the call to be able to start. Okay, so let's do that. Let's be on time. Let's get where we need to get, even before time, a few minutes before time, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. This is going to be tremendous. It's going to be, imagine if you had a wedding and you are late, you are like 5-10 minutes late and people are waiting for you. Like, it's not going to feel good to people attending and to the person you are marrying. Okay, that's an example I would give. So treat it like the same thing. If you are going on a business meeting, it's the same thing. If you're late, they're going to think you're not serious, and this is a muscle that we need to train, very early on. Second, we're going to be doing everything in English, and this is another thing. I'd say it's a soft skill, but it's not. Okay, all right, it's somewhat a soft skill, but in a professional setting, you are going to be able to communicate. But how do you communicate? You communicate using a language, and that language is going to be English. The reason is because if you say use Kinyarwanda or Swahili, it's going to be limiting you to that country. But in today's world, the competition is global. Everyone is able to apply to any job role anywhere in the world, and the opportunities are limitless these days. I was going to say thanks to COVID, but COVID kind of like brought down the borders in terms of the opportunities, and yes, it was still doable, back in the days, but now more than ever, people are now exposed to different opportunities all over the world, and people are looking for talent, people who can do these things for them anywhere they can be, right? Because they're also maybe not going to the office, they're also at home, so they need someone to build it at their home so that they can just put it up. All they want is the finished work. So that's a very good thing. So we need English to be able to do that, and training ourselves to do everything, the workshops, the communication, everything in English is going to be, on top of the list of things. Even if you're like a smart coder, but you don't know English, you're not going to be able to understand the documentations, for example, because they're written in English, and we code in English basically. So let's try to also, like, if you feel like you're not strong, this is why Joshua is here. He's going to be able to provide you the resources to help you. Maybe if you need feedback to say, okay, what should I work on first? How can I improve? This is why he's here. So Joshua and other people basically are going to be able to guide you in the right direction. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so another thing is respect. Respect starts from not unmuting someone speaking, and that's maybe a thing I'm putting in there. But if you don't respect others, they're not going to be able to respect you. So don't be insulting everybody. That's a no-no. Of course, we take it for granted, but I like how that people are just good to each other, and it's good but we might be taking it for granted because it's happening on this world. But some people can be savages. So let's not insult each other. Let's respect each other. If someone asks a question and you think, it's you think they're joking, it's just because they don't know. Let them ask. Let them learn. That's why we're here. We're here because there are some things that we don't know. Let's all help each other do that. So in peace, right, in respect. So I'm just going to be, let me see if I can find the calendar of activities and share it with you guys. But that's all I have. Josh, can you maybe read, as I'm looking for the calendar, can you maybe read a few questions and I answer them as I'm looking for
we have
the
a few
calendar?
Questions. We have a few questions. One from Ineza Joseph. He says that the mentors going to only be available during the day?
Okay. Yes. But you are allowed to work even at night. But the mentors are going to be available, during the working hours. But if you leave a message, if you leave a message maybe at night, let's say 8 p.m. and I'm online, I can answer it. But it doesn't mean that I'm supposed to be answering, because the mentors also have lives. For example, if I maybe I need to cook, for example, I need to be able to have that time to also have a life, right? I'm not going to always be there, at midnight, answering some questions. Okay, so let's, if I answer you at 8 p.m., it's okay, I can do that. But let's not expect to have the support, during the evening hours.
Okay, definitely. Say that Clemangoga says that you mean we will connect for 2 hours daily for the technical session?
Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, can you read something else which is not maybe
yes, I can.
connected to the calendar, because I'm going to be sharing that right now.
So Oda says that can we get a PDF of the file after you're sharing? I think he's talking about the presentation. I think we can work on that. Then Lydian says, is a 4-week session that maybe is this 4-week session the one that will determine the people to be selected for the 9 months training? Please let us know.
Okay, I would say no and yes, but most importantly no, because this is not like part of the 9 months program. This is a program all in itself, and this is only going to be giving you a boost, and at the end of 4 weeks you're going to be ready to attack the 9 months program, and you're going to be in a better position. So this is preparing you for that. And there's a high chance that at the end of this program we might say, I'm not guaranteeing, it's not guaranteed, but we might be able to say, okay, because these people have worked so much, they have learned so much, let's have a criteria of maybe if someone missed this, then they go straight to the 9 months program. But it's most likely that you're going to even be able to get yourself through the selection phase. But something that we can do is maybe do that at the end. We will see. But just get the skills. That's what's most important. And these skills that you're going to get, if you do well in the 4 weeks, the 9 months are yours. That's what I would say. But I'm not guaranteeing anything as of now. Yeah,
maybe to add on, this is just a course for anyone who wants to learn basics of programming. The 9-month program is an intense career accelerator program that you go through to prepare yourself to be a fully fledged software engineer. We know that we all have preference. If it is your choice of course, we're not going to, shovel you into the program. But if it is your choice, this program will give you the basics that you need to qualify, to be able to do the tests that are required, to be able to, position yourself better to succeed or to pass even the tests that are going to be required of you to do for the 9-month program, which is called the Andela Technical Leadership Program. But this for you, I would, if you are the kind that wants, your target is to do the 9-month project program, I would say use this to the best of your ability. Prepare yourself technically, be technically sound, improve, of course, your soft skills, and then you will have ability to pass the tests that will be subjected to you. Whatever decisions happen, you will be positive. Of course, like any other person, you will be subjected to some sort of selection process and interviews and so whatnot. So someone, yes, Desire says that can we use any computer in developing a page or in coding or in programming?
Oh, yes. As long as it's just HTML and CSS, any computer will do. It could be a laptop, it could be a desktop, it could be Mac, it could be Windows, it could be Linux. Anything will work as long as it's a computer with access to internet.
Thank you.
Be able to complete the 4 weeks.
All right. So Kevin says that please let us know. I think Kevin, I've answered you. Please send in the chat if you feel you have another question about the 9-month program. Alex says that yes, okay. Yes, we really want to know more clarification. Alfred comes again to highlight that. I think I did that. Joel says, is this 4-week session? We also talked about it. Please avail the slides. We'll try our best to do that. How shall we be submitting our assignments, Dodo?
All right. So submitting assignments. This is going to be writing code and putting the code on a website called GitHub. All right. So please, someone who's called Ed Grant, can you please stop annotating on the screen? It's not. Look at this. Okay? This is not something you want to do. Okay. All right. I'm not happy about this, but it's okay. So there's a website called github.com. This is where programmers store code online. This is you're going to need to create an account on this, and we're going to walk you through how to do it. But it's better if you do it even now after the call, and be ready when we talk about it. But this is where we're going to be doing. We're going to be creating these things called repos. Repos. Okay. So repos. Someone is still doing it. Come on, people, please. Let's not do this. Okay, so repos are like folders online that contain code. Okay, and it's going to be where we store the code. And once you have it here, you can share a link like this. Copy this link and send it to wherever you need to submit. And once you have it here, you will also have maybe hosted your assignment on different, you can host it on GitHub as well, something called GitHub Pages. But all these skills are going to be given to you. As long as you attend the sessions, you're going to be good, okay? But submitting an assignment is going to be, you're going to need a GitHub link that you're going to be sharing with people who are going to be talking to you. We have TTLs, we have people like Salvi, we have people like Editia Muhire. I think they're still on the call. These people are going to be looking at your code and be able to give you feedback, and it's going to be using that link that you're going to be able to submit. Okay, maybe a channel on Discord will be created for you to submit, something like that. Just stay in touch with us. Just get on the Discord party and you'll be good. Josh, is there any other question before maybe I move to
Yeah, so I think all the questions have been answered. How we'll be submitting, where will we be doing our assignments?
Exactly. So you'll be working in something called a code editor. Let me see if I can find one. Okay, so there's different tools that we can use to create websites, which is basically what we're going to be doing. Just let me open. All right, so this is what a text editor looks like. And let me see if I can. Okay, so this is what a text editor looks like, and you'll be writing your code in here, and you know, after you finish writing your code, you're going to be submitting. You're going to be pushing this code to the internet, which is GitHub, and with GitHub we're going to be able to share a link, and people will be able to see or download all this code so that they can give you feedback. Okay, so this is where you're going to be doing your assignment. You'll be working in something like this, a text editor. Let me see. Yeah, so it might not. Okay, let me see. How does it look like okay, so right, it might be looking like this, right? So when you open it, it will be looking like this. It's just that maybe I had a different theme. So this is where you write your code, and after you finish writing, you push to GitHub, and you get we're here. Okay, so you push it to GitHub and you share the link. That's it. That's where you work on your assignments. Any other question?
Yeah, there is one more question that says, are there any further learning short courses except the 9-month program? I think there could be many, but I don't know, Dodo.
No, after this, it's just the 4 weeks. If you want more, then you're going to have to come to our 9 months program. So there's no like 3 months or 6 months. No, nothing like that. Nothing.
Yeah, but I also believe,
to my knowledge.
Yeah, I also believe that there could be some other courses out there. So Dodo has answered it in regards to Andela, but be on the look out there. And if you find some, let us know. Then it's Dodo, can I ask that someone shares the Discord link again? Someone is asking that we need the one to join. I think they just joined. Abraham, we answered this question earlier on. We will have someone to make conversation for support, and at the time we are stuck. You will have I think Abraham is asking whether we will have like support.
Yes.
Especially, I think we did talk about details. You want to elaborate more on that?
Yeah. So let me go over this because almost caught up with time.
Yeah.
But I'll go over this and you'll see where the support comes in. Okay. So basically, we have 4 weeks: week 1, 2, 3, and 4, and this is basically the summary of what we're going to be doing in the 4 weeks. Okay. So in week 1, let me share. Let me see. Okay, this one. Okay, so in week 1, today we are having an onboarding, the onboarding session. This onboarding session is, what's here, and in the afternoon, there's this is just for TTLs, and then tomorrow we have the introduction. We're starting the technical sessions tomorrow, and this will be at 10 to 12. In the afternoon, you'll be meeting your TTLs. From 2 to 4. The TTLs, a TTL mean a technical team lead. Okay, so you'll be meeting, your TTL. People are going to be supporting you, but all the TTLs are going to be supporting you because we have office hours. I'll be showing you later, but what's going to happen tomorrow? You're going to be meeting someone who's going to be supporting you over the next 4 weeks. And on Wednesday, we have a soft skills session in the morning and the afternoon. And then we have a continuation of this, the introduction to web development on Thursday. It's going to be also from 10 to 12. And we'll be introducing challenge 1 in the afternoon. But it might not take, all the 2 hours because it's just a challenge. We'll have the first challenge on Thursday and explain what to do and how to do everything. So we'll be finishing up on the layouts though in the morning. And then on Friday, today, this day is going to be a holiday, if I remember well. And we're not going to have, interactions. We're not going to have sessions on this day. Okay. And in week 2, we're going to, do updates on the progress, and we're going to be learning about, it's a continuation about HTML and CSS. So we're going to learn about forms, selectors, CSS measurements, color theory, and basically like UI, UX, how do we apply, how do we help users get a good experience? And then we'll have a second challenge. And then on day 2 of the second week, we're going to be having just an update on the progress. This is the daily stand-ups. And then we're going to work on challenge 2 as well, because we have it here, and we're going to keep working on it the next day. There's no session here. There's no technical session. We're going to have a session at 10 as well, about Git, version control with Git. And then on Friday of week 2, this is week 2. This is week 1.